Welcome to another episode of the Slide Through podcast. Lost count of how many episodes we've been doing, man. We've been doing this for way too long. And yeah, so starting off with the partnerships, big shout out to Definitely Eatin'. He's right there on your screen. You see him. Yeah, man, make sure you tap in on definitellyeatin.com. Check out all the merchandise, mugs, candles, new hats, and new beanies are out now. Pretty sure he's going to have something really special for the holidays coming up. It's definitely one-of-a-kind brand. And you also see our guests rocking the collaboration brand with Definitely Eatin' and the Money Boys.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit's fire. That shit's fire. Big shout out to Money Boys. And another shout out to Monterey Bay Creations, where you could get your stuff created, you know, customized and all that good shit. So make sure you hit them up. You dream it, they create it for you. And big shout out to conglomeratebuytheseat.com. You can get some dope merchandise there too, some dope gear. That's where you can get our recent episodes as well. Check all that shit out. Also, big salute to the Fish House located in Watsonville. If you're ever out there in the area, make sure you grab yourself some seafood. I think we need to plan a day to go there and eat there.
I know we've
yeah.
collectively.
Yeah, we all need to go there.
It's just, but you know, when we plan stuff out, we're like, oh, let's try to all get together. It's like, oh wait, hold up. Oh wait, give me 30 minutes. Oh wait, give me an hour. And it's like, bro, I'm gonna just get some McDonald's. You know?
Oh shit, y'all there? It'd be like 9 p.m. Y'all there? So anybody go?
We definitely got to check it out though, man.
Definitely, and I think this is another partnership, Fit and Fresh. Ricky can tell you all about it.
Ricky's not here.
Just go on the IG. You know?
Just go on the IG.
Just follow Ricky LLC.
Follow Ricky
He's right
LLC.
there
Check out his stories.
Check out his fitness journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yes,
check out
sir.
his chest muscles. He just did chest today.
He did, huh?
Yeah,
You seen that?
Yeah, I seen that, bro. He pounded his chest. He's like, all solid.
Oh, solid.
Oh man!
Ricky.
Make sure when you he passes your story, hit that fire emoji. You know what I mean? When you
Either the fire one or the
hard eyes. You know what I mean?
I hit him with the hard eyes.
You gotta hit him. I hit my man with the hard eyes, man. Yeah, man. All my homies is handsome. And, you know what I mean, man, speaking of handsome, man, we got a handsome, talented guest with us. It goes by the name of AJ, dope-ass graphic designer. Man, tell us about yourself a bit, man.
What's up, guys? Well, first off, thanks
welcome,
for
man.
having me.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys. Shout out Slide Through. My name is AJ, local, born and raised from the 831. You know, I've lived all over the 831. But I just recently got into cover art, which is like graphic design a little bit. Tapping into like different realms and shit. Like I mess with like videography and, you know, a bunch of different stuff. But I think when it comes to graphic design and cover art, that's something that I found that intrigued me a little bit more. So then I just went full throttle. I mean, I made a page in 2020, right before like the pandemic started to hit like real tough and shit. And then once I did that, I just was pumping out. I was trying to pump out about like 2 covers like a day. You know, this is before I was getting blown up by anybody, so I had the time and shit. But yeah, I was just trying to pump out as many covers as I could, and then randomly shit started to kick off, and so I mean that's where we are today. So
Yeah. Did you pick up that habit because of the pandemic? It was pre-pandemic, right? It just so happened that the pandemic happened.
I messed with it a little bit, like Photoshop and shit. When I had my laptop, I had a MacBook, and then I was messing around with Photoshop and all that. I mean, I took a couple classes in like high school and shit, and I did a little bit of stuff there, but it was nothing like cover art crazy, you know. It was just like messing with it, learning like the ropes of like Photoshop and how to like blend and, you know, do all this other type of stuff. But then I forgot how to use all that shit, and then I started back actually on my phone, which was an app called PhotoFox. It was a cool little app. It's just like Photoshop, but on your phone. So I was using that for about the whole year of 2020. And like all my covers were coming off of that, and people thought I was using like Photoshop and shit, which I thought was crazy.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Making
that's
money
crazy.
off your phone real quick.
Using that same,
any way
yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
So
yeah, recently, like I was listening to some conversations, and it was like a phone can do a lot if you really know how to use it. Like,
especially now.
yeah, like a lot of people just get laptops or phones just say social media, pictures, and contacts. But like you could find out that you could do a whole lot more. You know, the stocks, I mean, like working from your phone and creating things from your phone, creating like dope ass images. People making beats off their phone. People making music videos on their phones nowadays. So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's changed since even from back when I was in high school. Because Instagram was barely a thing, right? Like
It's barely popping off.
2012, 2013, like Instagram was just photos, like no videos, nothing. It didn't have none of the stuff that it has now. So I feel like with the technology growing and like the platform getting bigger, which is like Instagram and all these other places, it's just more avenue for like artists like that to find different ways to put their artwork onto like different platforms, especially Instagram, because it shows your work to like
Everybody.
so many people, anybody. So like you can connect with rappers and all that stuff. So I feel like doing the cover art and having the platform that we have now is like perfect because you can reach anybody. So
Yeah, I remember when Instagram first came out. It was like around the Vine time. The Vine was only 7 seconds.
yeah,
And I think Instagram came out with a 15-second or a 30-second one.
yeah,
Way
so
later.
Way later,
yeah.
but like supposedly that was like a big deal. Like, oh shit, Instagram came out with a 30-second. Bro, you could post a whole 5-minute video now on your IGTV. So
Yeah, it's
so
crazy.
now
You
there's
could even put like a whole fucking hour of just fucking talking and shit.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could turn it out to like the thing they call it reels now, right? They call it
Yeah.
reels. So it's like,
So it's like TikTok pretty much.
Watch a whole-
Instagram pretty much has everything. They have TikTok, YouTube, which is their IGTV. They have just regular posts, pictures. I mean,
Man, the metaverse, bro.
The
That is-
metaverse.
Fuck.
you
That shit gonna be
into
crazy.
NFTs and shit.
Yeah.
yeah, man, Mark ain't playing around.
What
Yeah,
NFTs?
Mark-
You
Mark
design any
Zuckerberg.
NFTs though?
No, I was actually talking to my girl about that though, and I was telling her, I was like, man, like I should come up with like some art pieces. I had a couple guys hit me up about it, but I didn't know really like specifically like how they wanted to do it because they were charging. And I don't know how that is, and they said I can make like money off of it.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about the
It's
whole
confusing, bro. I
information.
try to look at it. It's like
There's a lot into it. Like you got to do discords and all this other type of stuff. But
Yeah.
I feel like if you take the time to learn it, though, it'll help you out in the long run. Because I mean, there's people out there making thousands of dollars off these art pieces. I'm like, man, like, can come up with something. We could create something like that, and just. But you need to have the right type of following.
For sure, yeah,
right
yeah,
type
yeah.
of people you're connecting with.
yeah, I've seen some crazy ones where I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, this shit looks hella
They
tight.
look
like,
fire,
they
bro.
look
Like the
dope.
crazy shit that they're coming out with. Like, no, this
Yeah.
is a one of one, and I was like, but everybody owns it, so I don't get that.
Like they got
Yeah.
the ape series that you see like Offset and all them changing their profile pictures
Yeah.
too. So I feel like it's a whole new game. Like I don't even know too much about it. That's a whole nother level. But I'm willing and down to learn about it because if I can sell my art pieces, anything I make for fucking $100,000 or something,
some commas.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, ASAP.
I feel like anybody want to do
For a
that shit.
comma.
Yeah. Hell
For a
yeah.
couple.
Yeah.
Especially in this day and time with everything going up, fucking gas prices, housing, all that shit.
That
It's
money will come in
expensive.
clutch.
You feel me? Fuck.
So like you said when you found out that you're gonna do like artwork, did you do like an Instagram like right afterwards, and you were just kind of like messaging people, or were you just kind of doing it on your own on your phone, and then just kind of hitting up people that you knew personally that for example did music, and you're like, hey bro, like let me do your artwork for this one, and then little by little you started,
Yeah, well, like I was saying, I had a laptop, so I did a couple art pieces, like artwork for my homie Jay and Sean when they were doing their snapping video and all that. I did like a little art piece for that, and then I had my own Instagram account. And I'd mess around and create my own little edits and stuff just for me and stuff,
Okay.
And then I stopped doing that. This was around like 2016, 2017. And I started getting back into it when I was working at NHS in Santa Cruz. It's a skateboard manufacturing warehouse. So I was working over there, and I got back into it because I was doing like skate edits and all that shit. So I was tapping into my creativity a little bit more.
Like the prints that are like on the skateboard
Yeah,
and shit?
so like Santa Cruz, Independent, all that shit. Like all the
Oh,
T-shirts you
shit.
see, I was
Yeah.
screen
Yeah.
printing all that stuff.
That's what's up.
Automatic presses, all that. So
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
shout out Sean. He's over there right now holding it down. But yeah, we were over there, and then I actually started doing covers again for Rozzy, which was like my startups. He's the homeboy right there. That's the family. That's a little bro. So I was doing it for him, and then it wasn't nothing crazy. Like I was still doing. I didn't even know the formats to put the cover art in. It was like different formats and stuff. But I was doing all his stuff before like he's like even popping how he's popping now, and so that happened, and then after that I started after the pandemic, and then that's when I made the art by AJ. I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna make something. And I wasn't even doing it to see if anybody needed the artwork. I was just doing it for myself and doing the covers just for myself, not even thinking that there was money into it because I didn't know nothing about it.
Okay,
And
so up until that point, everything was just
everything
for
was
free,
just
right?
for fun. Like I was just having fun with it. And then randomly I think my first cover I did for somebody was Chugs or some shit from Salinas.
From Salinas?
Yeah. I did his cover, and then after that it was the fucking Sleaze and all them. I did like Little Corn Nuts and all them covers, and then from there just everybody, and then I started getting Lish Up and a bunch of local people too. I try to hook up as many local people as I can because I want to get my name around in the local community. I'm trying to hit up everybody, whether my style fits their rap music or not. I'm just trying to tap into everything. So that's where we are here now, man.
Have you done a cover for someone outside of music? Maybe like a flyer or
Yeah, of course. I've done flyers, I've done like logos. I'm not too good at logos, but I've done a couple logos and stuff. But I mean, yeah, outside of rap and stuff, I've done plenty of stuff. I'm trying to tap into bands, metal bands, all this shit. I'm into all different types of music. I know when I was doing the podcast with A-Rod, he was telling me how he has like mariachi bands and all that shit. So I was like, man, I'll tap into whatever. I actually had a couple artists that only rap in Spanish hit me up. So I did a couple of those. One called Jalisco, and another one, I forgot what the hell the name was, but it was in Spanish. But, a couple of them, which I thought was dope because, I mean, I don't know what he's saying, but it sounds fire. So
Let me get the Google Translate real quick.
That whole cartel flow and shit. I was like, I fuck with that shit.
So
How
when
you
it
doing? Oh, my bad. Go for it.
like when it comes to like making covers, like, do they give you like freedom to just be as creative as you want, or like do they kind of get specific with like?
Sometimes, yeah, I get everybody like the type of covers I like to do. Sometimes it depends on like the type of song. Like if it has like something I can picture in my head, like when they give me full creative range, that's like when the artist can just come up with whatever he wants and like my style and stuff.
Right.
I kind of go for that a little bit more. But when the rapper, artist, whatever if he has a concept in mind, I can try to make it how he wants it and stuff. He'll give me the details and say like, oh, I want something, but it's like sometimes I get the customers that are asking me for like the super outlandish shit. I'm like, man, like
What? Like an example? Like what?
I heard the story.
Yeah, you heard the story. Like say if somebody
time.
wants like himself riding like a fucking unicorn, his hair flowing on a Lamborghini with bitches in the back with the Empire State Building, fucking all this different type of shit.
Holding a cheeseburger.
Okay. So I'll say like,
and you gotta make sure I got biceps, bro.
yeah, like
Yeah.
make sure my six pack is shown with the shading right.
Yeah,
Like,
man, make sure
I get those type of people.
Like, bro,
not
you don't got a
specifically,
six-pack?
Like, I want my face on the Rock's body on a horse, bro.
I can do some of that shit, but like sometimes it's like their ideas are so outlandish. I'm just like, man, like
Well, I'm gonna try.
I'll try, but it might not look like how you want it, like how you're picturing in your head. I mean, I ain't fucking.
Is there a line between kind of like being realistic and then being creative?
Yeah,
Kinda like,
yeah, for sure. Like, sometimes, I mean, some people just want their picture with a parental advisory sticker on it. Like, I feel like that's as real as you can get.
Yeah.
Or like, I just did one for Ant Dog the Beast. I did one of his covers, and he just wanted something super simple. It was like a pink background with just a mirror. Like that's it. Like I did a couple ones with like
dope.
"do you" on a text inside the mirror and a couple other things, but I think he was going for like that Drake feel, how Drake just did the emojis, or like
okay.
you have Kanye that just did the black background. Like artwork in cover art form can be damn near anything you want. You know what I'm saying? Like
How do you feel about Drake's and Kanye's artwork? Do you think?
I think it's cool. I mean, it is what it is. They have artists do them, which I'm like. I guess that's
Yeah.
Could have made something
like,
crazy. They could
yeah,
have
they
had
could have did something, but they're so
Could
fucking
have done photo
good.
fox, you know what I mean?
They're Kanye and Drake, so it's like, shit, they could have a fucking spoon on there with the parental advisory.
Kanye literally had a black
bro,
Print,
this is
screen,
amazing.
whatever,
Like,
like-
I feel like with them, it's just they're at that level where it's like, fuck it, we're just gonna put whatever.
Yeah.
Don't put anything. That's
You're gonna
Yeah.
listen to it regardless, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Like,
You gotta listen to it regardless of some people saying, man, covers don't matter, but I kind of like, there's people out there that make a living off covers, so I don't want to disregard covers.
yeah,
and you do
exactly.
covers, so how do you feel, or what do you think when you got those people saying, man, covers don't matter?
I mean, everybody has their opinion. I don't really trip off of shit like that. Like, really, like, I support everybody. Like, anybody who hits me up, like, I'm down. Like, if you hit me up, you're just helping me out. You know what I'm saying? We're helping each other out. You're getting your artwork out there, but you're also, you know, paying me for my time. And, like, you're actually coming to me to see, like, oh, I like his artwork. So I'm humbled, and I appreciate everybody that comes to me, because without y'all, I wouldn't be where I am today. So, I mean, I ain't, you know, at the top or exactly where exactly I want to be, but I mean, shit, it's paying some bills, it's doing all this, so I'm grateful for everything. Anybody that hits me up, whether, I mean, because like I said on the last one, like, anybody can make a cover. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, anybody can make cover art, but for the guys that do it, like, everybody that I know from the Bay to fucking, you know, even on the East Coast, everybody that does cover art, it's just, you know, there's actually a whole family into it too, which is like everybody comes together, everyone's like fucking with each other's art, commenting on each other, and it's mostly the cover artists themselves that are appreciating the other cover artists' work, because we're seeing it and we know what takes behind the scenes, what goes into it. Because I don't think a lot of rappers realize, like, sometimes the stuff that they're asking, it's like pretty difficult, and for them to like want that specific idea.
Yeah.
I mean, some people can fucking get that shit to a T, but you know, those are the people that have been in it for like 20 plus years, or like went to school for it and doing all that shit. Like, I'm fully self-taught. Like, I hardly even watch YouTube videos. I just like
you just fuck
click
around
shit
with it.
until I figure it out. Like, oh damn, that looks sick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I'll just replicate that and like kind of grow from there. But don't get me wrong, like, watching YouTube videos, all that shit's dope. Like, you know,
Helpful.
always any type of knowledge, whether you're reading books to get better at what you do, any type of like learning, going to class, learning how to do it, that's like, I encourage all that shit, because it's just gonna make you better at the end of the day.
That's the people that are about like, who are in the same lane that you're doing. Like, oh damn, I can see the trouble that he had with that right there. How
Yeah.
difficult it might have been to go ahead and do some shit like that. I can see how he executed it, and they're like, you know, they
Yeah.
appreciate that a
Yeah,
lot.
that's crazy. Like, the type of shit, like, I follow a bunch of pages like Cover Art Matters, and they post like crazy covers from people all over the world, different people. Like, there's people in Austria and fucking New Zealand and all these other places, and like, they got artists out there doing mad crazy shit. Like, it's inspiring. Like, even the shit that people do on like 4D, it's like 3D type of shit where you see like the cartoon characters and shit, and they're all like, it looks like 3D characters, like like CGI type shit,
Yeah.
but all in artwork and shit. I'm like, damn, like, how do you do that shit? Like, it's just time and practice. I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm
or
saying?
like whatever software they're using,
Yeah,
like
whatever.
gotta master the software.
Yeah.
You feel like you're mastering your software?
A little bit. Like, there's still so much to learn. Like, dude, like, I've wanted to sit down and just take my time and watch videos on how to exactly do everything, but it's like, dude, you can learn so much. Photoshop so fucking, and don't even get me started when like you're trying to do like the motion graphics and all that shit. Like, I still do the motion shit off my phone, because I'm like, dude, I just don't have, I mean, I could take the time and learn how to do that, but that's a whole nother process that I have to learn. I have to learn After Effects. I have to learn all this other type of shit, which would excel me, but at the moment, I mean, I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I do is like pretty much my style, I guess you could say, but I'm ready to take that next step and, you know, try different things. And, you know, because after you do the same thing over and over, it gets pretty old after a while, so you always got to switch it up, change the flavor and shit.
What will
Kinda-
the next step be for you?
I mean, like I said, like learning After Effects, learning how to do like the really good motion where like in the cover their heads are moving and
Oh,
shit,
shit,
like
okay.
different shits are
Like the
moving.
Spotify type of
yeah,
thing,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
different type of shit like that, like motion covers in general. And also, I really want to start learning how to like get into like the drawing and like, because I've tapped into like the cartoon effect and all that shit, but like the way I know how to do it takes forever. Like the fucking, you got to pin all around the areas and create all the lines, but all through on the laptop. Like, I'm not drawing anything. Like, my laptop is touchscreen, but I haven't really tapped into like the whole it's called Illustrator, where like it's like you're doing all the artwork and shit on your laptop and shit. But yeah, that's like, I have all the fucking platforms. I just gotta.
You just need to
I'm just trying to focus on one thing. Yeah, because like I get hit up all the time. It's like I think I have a little bit of time, but then I got another person like, oh, let me get this cover. Let me get like 4 covers. Let me get another cover. So I'm like,
and I got a
like,
deadline.
Yeah, like
trying to hit you with a deadline.
I'm trying to, yeah, you know, I'm trying to hit these things at the same time. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to learn some shit, but I'm also trying to get the shit done at the same time because it is like back and forth. Like I'm trying to learn, but at the same time, doing the covers that people are asking me to do is learning at the same time because I'm just trying to think of different ways to do their covers. Even though sometimes I feel like I go to the same style or do like the same type of look to my covers, I feel like that's just something that I can rely on and go back to where it's quick. And like I know the person's gonna like it, but then at the same time I'm trying to learn something new too.
Okay.
So
You been hit with that, like, nah, I'm not feeling this.
yeah, all the time, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and that shit, I try to not let that shit get to me because I mean, not everyone's gonna like your artwork at the end of the day. You know, you're gonna create something that somebody doesn't like, which I've had multiple times. Like, I've had to redo covers. Like more than like I can count on my fingers. Like,
but that's art in general.
You
That's
know,
just art.
in general.
Yeah,
like
that's just art in
you
general.
know, especially with the rapper too. Like I feel him. Like you want what you want. You know, if it's something that you don't like, it's like a tattoo. Like you're gonna do a bunch of stencils until you like it because that's what you want. So I respect it.
At first, did you let that get to you though? Because I mean, like
Sometimes
artists
like,
are a little
when I
sensitive
was,
with their work. You know what I mean? Like
when I was first starting, I was like, damn, like you don't like it, like
because
you're
this is
feeling
fire.
it.
I'm feeling it. Like I
Yeah.
fuck with it. I know this shit's like tight in my eyes.
You're not gonna use it. Fine, I will.
That's why I'm like, yeah, I don't rap
I'ma drop
shit.
the tape.
If I
I'ma
was a
drop the
rapper, fuck, I'd be fucking doing all my shit. But it's like that's the thing too. Like, what I like might not be what the other person likes, which is like, you know, it's cool with me. Like, fuck it. But sometimes I get those people where it's like back to back. You want another one? Oh, you don't like this one. You don't like this one. You don't like this one. Which I'm like, damn. Like, it gets a little tiring, a little eager. Like, I'm like, fuck, man. Sometimes I'm just like, bro. Like, I've had it a couple times where I'm like, I just give them their money back. Like.
Okay.
I might not be the guy for you. Like,
Okay.
I don't want to. You already asked for like 5 or 4 redos. I'm just like, I'm cool, bro. Like, keep it. You know what I'm saying? On to the next person, whoever wants it, you know? There's always going to be more people, so.
What's like the average time it takes you to go ahead and do a cover?
I think, like, sometimes, like, I think the longest it's ever took me was about, like, 2.5 hours just trying to, like, figure out all the different types of stuff or, like, try different shit.
And they ask for redos after all that time?
After all that time. Sometimes I do, like,
They don't know.
2-hour covers.
They don't know.
Yeah.
Which I can't get mad at them about, but, like, sometimes I spend 2 hours on them just, like, damn, like, I gotta redo it, and don't like I got kids and shit too. So like,
Exactly.
I got kids to feed. I'm a
You got
fucking human, bro. Like I
priorities.
feel like some of these dudes think I'm just on my laptop all fucking day. Like I'm a robot. Like I don't got a life and shit. Like sometimes I gotta like post shit on my other page. Like look, nigga, I'm a dad and shit. I got kids. They ask me
I'm
to
dating
the
the apartment
like,
kids.
I'm
Ha,
making
ha, ha.
food. I'm taking them to school and stuff. Like I got time to do all this other stuff. Like I got time within the day and shit. But you know, sometimes it's just like, damn, I spent this long on a cover that you just want to redo on. Like,
You just want to shit on right now?
Yeah, like fuck. But it is what it is, you know. I don't get mad about it. It's all love at the end of the day because they're hitting me up.
Yeah.
For me.
Right.
Who was your first, let's say, in a way, like mainstream artist or major artist that's like, they hit you up and you're
That's
like,
a good
oh,
one.
damn.
I wouldn't say like the first person. I would have to look at my Instagram. I think
But who hit you for a cover? It was like, okay, damn, I didn't expect you to go ahead and hit me up.
Thizzler by far
Oh,
is the main
shit.
person. That's how I hook up with like all the Bay Area people and all that shit. Because Thizzler was actually hitting me up when I was doing it on my phone and they liked my shit. I was like, damn, like
That's a
y'all
major
feeling it?
platform
I mean,
too.
I had a cool like my prices weren't like what
Outrageous,
I mean,
right?
yeah, outrageous or anything. They're still not even bad, you know what I'm saying? But I think at the time too, they just needed somebody, and I was posting like constantly. I feel like the more consistent you are in this type of shit, like the more like noticing you're gonna get, because then
Yeah,
people are gonna start hitting
definitely.
you up, especially how fast you are. Like my time has like dwindled over the time because like I got multiple people hitting me. So like before I would do it in a day, like just get them done like 5 in a day or whatever. And now it's like it takes me a little bit of time because I got multiple people hitting me. I got different types of shit, so I'm trying to get one done. Some takes me 2 hours. I got an hour. I gotta take breaks and all this other type of shit. So it's, you know, life at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. So
You think Thizzler kind of just propelled you to go ahead and be like, oh,
yeah, for sure, because they were the first people to hit me, and they gave me a few people, which was like TC Dondada And then the whole EBK crew, I did.
I seen how you did something for them.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
did,
all right. I was like, AJ's doing their shit now.
Yeah,
Like,
I did Young Slow Bees, and I think after that, after I did Trey Songs and Program,
Trey
that's
Songz.
what kicked me off, bro.
Oh, shit.
Not Trey Songs, the artist,
Oh.
but he had a song called Trey Songs,
Oh,
and I did
okay.
it where like it was Trey Songs, but I put like slow beat tats on him, and I had like a extended Glock on him and shit with the laser beam. But hella people were fucking with that shit, and after that. That shit just started booming. I was getting people all the time, like back to back. And then Thizzler, we started working out like a little package deal. And so they'd get like 20 covers at a time. And I'd do the 20 covers. And after that, it's just another 20, 20, 20.
That's what's
And
up.
so now,
Yeah.
but now we got a whole little thing where it's like, you know, we working together and like they send me artists and like they want me to do album covers. And we got like a whole, like it's like a Discord type of thing where it's like we're on the website talking to like all the head honchos and like CEOs of like Thizzler and stuff. So like the main people in there giving me criticism and like telling me what they want for the covers and shit. So I'm talking to multiple different people now, which is
that's
cool.
dope, man.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
so it's like, I mean,
You running your own business.
touched that. Yeah, I've pretty much. It's like a job now. So I'm
Yeah.
like, it's cool. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I never knew how many people Thizzler had. I only know the main. Who's the main guy that's always doing the little scissor cut?
Oh, that's
What's his name?
Legal.
You back in the
Him.
Yeah,
He's
see,
always
That was
like.
you doing the scissor cuts.
You're the
I just remember the main guy who would cut people off if they were sorry at rapping during like lives and shit. He'd go to the next person. He'd tell them like, "Hey, where you from?" And you know,
Yeah.
and it was like people representing their cities. Like, "Oh, I'm from here. I'm from there. All right, let me hear you." And then if the comments are like, "Oh, he's whack, she's whack," or whatever,
Yeah.
he'd skip them, go through someone else. So I thought he was like the main face of Thizzler, but
I
like you're
think,
saying, there's more heads involved than just him.
Well, I mean, there's always the people behind the curtain and shit that like make the the programs move and shit.
Yeah.
You know, there's always like it's like Alice in Wonderland or not Alice in Wonderland, but the one with the bitch with the fucking slippers, fucking Wizard of Oz.
Cinderella?
You know what I'm saying? How, like,
Yeah,
the dude
there's
is
a little
really-
dude in the
there's
background
always
all the
the
time.
people like that
Yeah,
make it,
yeah,
make
yeah.
it go and shit. So I think C. Lee, like I haven't even met the dude or like really talked to him, but he's
Yeah.
the guy that I feel like is like on Instagram and like doing like
He's doing a lot of
the,
stuff for them.
yeah, like showing like the
Doing the
local
lives
artists
and everything.
type of shit like that. So like he gets a lot of exposure, which I think can like make people think that he's like the dude. But I think the main owner dude, his name's Matt Remark. One of those.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
pretty sure it's Matt.
Okay.
And he runs it. He's one of the guys, and then a couple other people are like the CEOs and shit. But I only talked to 3 people, which is like I think Matt, Russell, and Tyrese.
Okay.
So.
Yes, they got a full team. I've been
Yeah.
to a couple events where like they have their table set up, and but it's people working for them. You know what I mean? Handing out the flyers. Like, hey, check out our next event. Hey, download our new playlist that we
Yeah.
just dropped. You know what I mean? The top 20 Bay Area hits are on this playlist right now. Like
Yeah.
and that's how I found out of like hella new artists like Lil Bean and
Yeah.
Yee and the whole EBK people
Yeah.
and like just hella people
They
making
post
noise right now.
everybody. I mean,
So,
they're on the rise for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, they got thousands, damn near almost 1 million, damn near followers and
For
shit.
real, dude.
So.
Yeah. That's why it's dope to see you're making art for them now. You know what I
that's
mean?
crazy,
Like it's like
dude. That's just dope, though.
And you say you started at 2020.
Yeah, 2020. And so
Yeah.
it's only been about a year and a half now.
Yeah, I was about
Took
to
off
say
pretty
so-
fast, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
is there anyone in your radar you trying to do
That's what I was
artwork
about
for?
to ask. That's what I was about to
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people and shit, but I think I'm at a cool pace right now. Right now, I feel like I'm all in like Northern California, damn near. Like I'm touching like a lot of Stockton. They send me a lot of Stockton artists, which I mean they're blowing up right now. They got
Yeah.
everybody. They got like like a Cito. They got fucking EBK crew. They got fucking like who is it? The Asian artists and shit. You got like Bounce Back Meek and like Javin 2900 and all them.
They're saying Stockton and Sacramento right now, or
Stockton, yeah, those are, like, not even
they're-
in the Bay.
They're having the
You
not
know what
even
I'm saying?
straight
It's like
up.
the Valley taking over.
Yeah.
Which I mean, they got the Bay sound, I guess. I mean, but the Bay sounds so like it's everywhere. So I mean, yeah, it's crazy though. Like, it's an opportunity too, and
Oh,
a
yeah.
blessing at the same time because they gave me such an opportunity to tap in with all these different people, and that their people are seeing my shit, and so then I get some of their people just hit me just themselves, and I get them coming back just by themselves, hitting me back up, and it's not even just Thizzler. So now I got multiple other independent artists on top of Thizzler, and then I've had other people like Thizzler, like Daily Slaps, hit me up, and there are other people like Thizzler who post music videos and all that type of stuff, and they want package deals, and then I have like West Coast Slaps is like another one. It's kind of like Central Coast Slaps. And all that. It's like kind of like a platform like that. They've hit me up for stuff. And another one also is Asian, like an Asian Culture Co. Some shit like that. It's like they fucking like Asian culture and all that shit. But they've been seeing my covers and they've been hitting me up and, you know, fucking with the artwork and doing all that shit too. So I'm just like, damn, it's crazy. Like,
and you get back to everybody, bro? Like,
yeah, I get back. I try, because I think about it like myself. So, like, I don't want to, like, someone hits me up and it takes days or, like, weeks to hear from anybody. Like, I'm the type of person that wants to, like, I'm quick. I want to hear it now. Like, what you got to say? So, if anybody hits me on my DMs or whatever, I'll try to get back to you within, you know, the next couple minutes. I'm damn near always on my phone. So, it's like, you know, I try to get back to everybody quick. So, like, I can get their attention, get them in, and get them wanting to, like, come and get artwork from me.
Ooh, that Talking Spicy cover looks
Yeah,
hard.
oh, yeah, that's a
I was
good
about to
one.
ask you, man, what's maybe like your 3 favorite covers?
dude,
It could be recently, it
It's
could be all
crazy
time.
because like I'm like, yeah, this is my favorite one, but then I always get another one that I'm like, damn,
nah,
this
I
one's my
snapped on
favorite
this
one.
one.
I'm like, yeah, so I'm like, bro,
Is there any like a few
better.
of
I
them?
think
Is there any
okay,
couple
so
that
I'm
like stood
okay,
out?
right there, the slow beat, staying on point.
Yeah.
That's
That one,
fire.
that one came
one.
out fire. Even the one, dude. There's so many.
bad.
There's Rodeo right there. The Rodeo one. I did that one by scratch. Like if you click on it, you'll see like he gave me pictures to work with. So
Right.
if you go to the next slide, over. So that's the picture you gave me.
Oh, I was about to say, so you just edit his face
And I
into
just
everything
go
else?
over one more, and then I use Clint Eastwood, and I put his face on Clint Eastwood.
That
and
is
just added the
fucking-
title in the background and shit. I was like,
fire.
yeah, I was
Tell the
fucking with
difference,
that
man.
though.
That shit's
Like
hard.
he said, he wanted a rodeo type vibe. So I was like, okay, let me think of something. And then like his homie is right there on the wanted list. I wasn't originally there, so I added the little wanted list to him because it's a feature. So I was like, damn, I don't want to like overdo and like he just gave me the photo for himself, and then gave me like a different type of feel of photo. So I just added him to the wanted list.
That's
I was
dope.
like,
Because then
man,
you be
that's
like,
a good
you
one.
zoom into it, like, who's on a little one?
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
know,
oh
like-
shit, it's the feature.
But I mean, dude, there's so many good ones. I got to shout out Kellen and
I
AC
see
Bo
Kellen right there.
because I did
Shout
their
out Kellen.
That
their,
one tape, the
Fruit
one,
by the
the
punch,
yeah.
like power. Oh, fuck, what's that drink called?
Yeah, the Hawaiian punch.
Hawaiian
I
punch,
did,
yeah.
the Hawaiian punch type of cover. Oh, Lish Up. That
that
Lish Up
one
one, the
was-
Lish Paul. That shit go fire, bro.
Bro, the basketball.
But there's
player.
so many, dude. I've had so many good ones that I'm just like, I fuck with.
That's fire though, because it seems like you're always just one up in yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
it's cool. Like, sometimes I do some repetitive shit, you know what I'm saying? Keep it, but I feel like that's just my style, you know? Shooters is a good one with EBK Young Jock right there. That's a fire one. Fucking, yeah, man.
All these covers are crazy.
There's a lot of good ones though. I mean, like you can tell like what kind of, I guess, but like, I mean, really not really, because like you can tell kind of what I started using Photoshop to when I was using my phone. Because some of the Photoshop ones are a little bit more high quality. They're a little better. Like, oh wait, go up. That's probably one of my favorite right there.
The judo?
fucking Kill Bill inspired. Yeah, the judo. That shit came out fire.
hit the
Yeah.
next slide, bro.
Yeah, I was fucking with that one.
Hit the next slide.
Oh,
the track
that's
list
tight.
cover.
That's
Yeah, the
tight.
track list.
I was fucking with that one.
Hit with the
And yeah, I'll go over. I'll show you what like
the.
the inspiration was.
Dude,
for
that looks
it,
like a movie. Like
which
a,
was like the Kill Bill. You know,
Oh, okay,
I was going
okay.
off of that because he was wearing yellow. I was fucking with the whole yellow vibe. I was like, okay, so I added the dudes on the bottom. They're not originally there. I just found those guys as like PNGs.
Of course not.
I, was like, I didn't really kill him. No, we didn't really kill him. You know what I mean?
He really killed him.
Of course
Nah,
not.
yeah. So I added all that shit. I added the sword to his back and shit. I added the sword that he's holding. I added
Right.
that. So I mean, that was like one of my favorite ones because I was like, damn, I'm feeling this one. I added just like shadows and all this different type of shit. It was something that I didn't really get into, and I wasn't fucking with like that. But that one came out fucking.
You got his pose before the bodies.
Yeah, so
So the way you're able to
original
fit that
photo,
body right
it was just
underneath-
him in that pose, like he was standing on a curb.
the way you're able to fit that body underneath his foot right there is
I know,
insane.
That's his foot standing
That's
on a curb,
insane.
and I just replaced it with the body.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
So
insane.
yeah, I had a little bit of blood splatter on his shoelaces and shit, a little bit on his shirt.
Yeah, that's hard as
Detail.
fuck.
I'm pretty
man.
sure you're blowing people's minds right now about like, damn, there's really like a lot of thought and,
Dude, there's
and a
a lot
long
that
process
goes
that
into
goes
it.
behind covers.
And there's people that do even crazier shit, and I'm just like, dude, how? Like, fuck. The type of shit you're doing is
Right.
crazy.
And to think about it, man, people just see a cover and like, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. The EBK jock right there. The Mini Men. That was a good one. The Cheddar Bob. Dude,
You
there's
got
so
way too many, man.
Dude, I was like, dude,
as
all
we're
these
going-
are my favorites.
Well, it's funny
bro.
because
I
as
gotta
we're
fuck
going
with 'em.
down, I'm like, I think that's the hardest one, and then he'll go to the next one. I'm like, okay, that one's a little
Yeah,
harder.
that
And
one's
I'm like,
fire.
now I'm already like, brother, all
Oh, Angels and Demons,
Angels
dude.
and
That's
Demons.
a good
That
one.
one is good.
Bankroll. He's from Fresno. He goes crazy. Yeah, dude, there's so many good ones, bro. Like, you can just keep going down. Just like, yeah, like, shout out GPE.
Yeah, man.
He's
Oh, there you go. That was the
logo
killing
up
one.
there. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
The,
yeah, the let me hear that.
yeah, shout out A-Rod. That's a little cool little logo.
That's hard.
But if you go down right there,
Right
let
there,
me
yeah.
let me hear that.
Yeah, that's the one.
Shout out Kels, cause dude, this shit came out fire.
No,
I
let the
used,
video play though, bro. Let
Yeah, that shit came out fire, bro.
That shit was waving, bro.
Yeah.
Look
Dude,
at that.
even your
I
little
remember I
intro
seen this, this
videos,
was
like-
insane.
This stuff is
Yeah, this one came
fucking-
out fire. I liked how I fucking did this one with the water. I usually don't do that, but I try to like, do a different.
Yeah,
different
it's like
type
I
of shit.
get Jaws Hawaiian Punch type of vibes.
Yeah, you feel me?
Like,
And I added
they're
the little
both-
runts bag, the lean bottle. I added it to make it look like them with the dreads. The dreads are not originally there, but I did use the original Hawaiian Punch.
And you made it look
characters.
like Kels too.
Yeah,
like-
and AC Bo. So
I mean, I don't know if he already looks like the Hawaiian
no,
Punch guy, but-
no, I added the glasses and everything. I was tripping how I did it too, because I was like, dude, this shit came out fire.
Yeah.
I was fucking with
You're
it.
like, bro, you look like him now.
Yeah. R.I.P. Peasy. Greasy
Yeah,
for
R.I.P.
Peasy. Him and Hit Stick. That shit came out fire. That's DeMario's logo right there. I fuck with those ones. If you go up, the planet with the smiley face.
Oh, okay.
Those are a
okay.
whole little different sets of little logo type shits I did. Those came out fire. He's supposed to do some clothing. I'm like, dude, I need those. Every one I did a
What?
bunch.
I was about to say,
But a bunch of different ones, dude.
So I said, you do a lot of cover out, bro. What about like logos when it comes to like clothes and stuff? Do
No,
people
I mean,
hit you
I've
up with a
done
lot?
some I've done some for June over here. I mean, I'm not the best at them, but I mean, I could try and do them. It might not come out to like, like how some people might do them and shit. Because I know logo
Some of
artists.
these look like they could be on a shirt.
Yeah, there's a
there's a
couple of
bunch,
that I
yeah.
made and
Yeah.
shit, like the Sleaze Team logo and all that. They make shirts and shit. Like I could do it. It's just something I'm not like fully knowledgeable about. So the Crazy Dream, that's a cool one right there.
Bag chasers down there.
The intro. To
I didn't know
that's
you
pretty
did the back
fire.
chaser one.
Yeah, I didn't do the original bike, but I did all the surrounding shit.
Oh,
so
okay,
the
okay,
original
okay.
bike, he had that already made.
Okay, okay.
Shout out Bag Chasers, shout out Rico.
Yeah.
The whole squad, they're doing their thing. But yeah, I didn't do the bike guy, but whoever did that shit killed it. I just did all the surrounding shit.
Okay.
What about when we get into video though?
Like music videos and
Yeah.
shit. I tried to do it a little bit until my laptop broke. I think the last one I was doing was like snapping for my boys, and yeah, my laptop broke, and I was just like, I didn't have time. My kids were just being born and stuff, and a bunch of other stuff. I never got my laptop fixed and all that, so I just kind of gave it up. I was working and a bunch of other stuff, and I was living in like, at the time I was living in Salinas, and then we recently moved to Los Banos, and so then after that I just didn't have time to go meet up with people and do the videos and shit. But I mean, I'm always down. I just gotta get the right camera. Like my camera now, I have a Nikon D7100, but it's old. Like it only shoots at 1080p and shit, HD and shit. But I think I wanna, if I go back into it, I'm gonna get like the whole Sony Ace like 3 and shit and all that type of shit that like DB and shout out fucking, who's the other videographers out here? Fucking the other dude, Joshy Boy. Joshy Boy, that's killing it. Yeah. So those type of dudes, they got all the like the 4K cameras and type of shit like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm always down because I've done it and shit. Like with my and like my boy Sterling, he did all that shit too, and so I would always watch him do it. I try to do it a little bit, but that's a whole nother realm, bro. Like editing videos and shit, that shit's tedious, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm down to do it because you know there's easier shit now than there was from back then. Because back then you had to do all like your transitions and all that shit by like just by hand and shit. But now they have like packs where it's like, you know, where you see like the transitions where they're doing like it like looks like film, like the little film and shit that they use. Those are just little
presets,
like, plugins,
yeah.
presets and shit that you can just add to it. So I feel like I can get into it if I got the right camera equipment and shit. Like, anything can look good. A couple slow mos and shit. I mean, I'm always down because that's just money too, you know.
Yeah.
And that's like shit. Fucking hell yeah, damn. Because now, I feel like,
Right.
what Joshy's boy is probably paying like, charging like $600, $500 a video or some shit, maybe even more. I mean,
Yeah.
look at Stacking Memories, like, dude,
Shout out Stacking
them.
Memories,
You feel me?
Salute to
They're
my
going
guys.
Crazy, like fuck. They're fucking probably charging thousands of dollars for their
As
videos
they should
now.
be. As
Shit.
they should. That
And
shit
And they're
is
going
crazy.
crazy.
Salute to those
Like
kings.
fuck, you know what I'm saying? Real local legends right there. So yeah, that shit's crazy. It's a whole nother realm. But I feel like when it comes to cover art, I tapped into the right thing because not a lot of people around here are doing it. Like I know a couple guys in Salinas. Shout out Chris Anthony and I forgot the other guy's MGX. I think is his other cover art name. But those are two guys, and they're from Salinas. I didn't even know like until like they started like attracting to my page and hearing about me that there was other cover artists in the area. Like I was honestly like, dude, I was so oblivious doing this shit. I honestly thought I was the only one doing my style.
Right.
For the longest time, I was like, dude, like until I seen it, I seen other people doing it, like with the X's and like the demon eyes and all that shit. I was like, damn, they seeing me or is they taking my shit? But I'm like, wait, no, they've been doing this shit. Like there's people doing it 10 plus years. I already had that style. I'm like, damn, I thought I was the only one with that style, but it's cool to see other people's takes and shit on the covers and shit. And I feel like I tapped into the right thing because not a lot of people were doing it. So it gives me an avenue. And if you want to do it, to go out there and do it. Because, I mean, if you see me do it, then shit, you could do it too. All respect.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like the thing. Like, no idea is really original, but the way you go ahead and freak it in your own way, the way it's in your head, is what kind of makes it original.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Listen, man, I'm looking at all these covers. And
And I need one.
yeah,
All day, bro.
but it's like you hear music and you just imagine the sound. What you do, you bring the sound to life. So that's why I believe cover art is so important because you know what I mean, you're bringing the picture, you're bringing that sound to a visual. And if you think back about all the classic covers like Juvenile, NWA, the Get Rich or Die Trying cover, you know what I mean? Just like so many historic covers that like means a lot, you know what I mean? So like what is like the history from cover art like mean to you? Like,
Dude, it's
know what I
everything. I
mean?
mean, dude, even like when I was young, watching that type of like listening, like even getting CDs and shit. Like
Right.
I remember getting the Outkast album where it was him and Big Boy, and it was the double tape one
Yeah.
where it's like pink on one side, and then you had Big Boy's side, which like I forgot
Speaker
what
box
it
on the
was.
love, speaker box on the love below.
Yeah, you know, I was fucking with all those type of albums and shit. But like I fuck with Outkast, all those different type of shit. But I think what really caught my eye was damn, what cover was it? I think it was like forgot which one. There's so many, but I mean, it's crazy to look back and see how covers were back then, because even some of the covers back then are just phenomenal. And it's like it's just legendary. Like you got Tupac covers and shit that like
that
would be popping now.
Me Against the World,
Yeah.
like that cover right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or
Like,
even the simple shit like All Eyes on Me, where it's just him
Yeah.
sitting and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
How
that
you
type
feel
of shit's
about the
tight.
evolution of covers though? Because I mean, like back in the day, like in the '90s, I felt like it was just a lot of pictures. Let's put a font right here, put a font right here, or like maybe like very simple edits. But right now, like nowadays, it takes a lot more. But obviously, because the technology is there, right?
Yeah.
technology.
But how do you see it? Like obviously, you said you was looking at the speaker box, the left below, and then obviously now you're over here making cover art. So how do
Yeah.
you go ahead and make that like?
Well, I mean, shit, dude. Like, if you look at it, like, look at how inspiring nowadays is like the Cash Money covers and shit, like the
Right.
Juvenile
And people
covers with the
still
fucking
use it.
bling bling and you know that type of shit. Like, people still fuck with that shit. Like, Lishup, he's just doing a cover right now that has that same type of style and shit to it. Like, people still love that type of like that style. I feel like it's just so iconic that people
Nostalgia,
fuck
you
with.
know?
Yeah, it's nostalgic, and there's a bunch of shit.
The death row cover, you know what I mean?
Death Row,
Any
you know what I'm
four
saying?
group thing, they're all wearing black
All
turtlenecks.
black.
Fuck, dude, there's so many.
Shit,
like,
man, we got to do that shit.
E40, how he was doing all his covers and like the realism and shit to it. Like that's the guys that actually did his cover. I think they're from SF, but they're fucking phenomenal. Their shit, like they do realism type shit. So like they can make it where it looks like it's real shit, but it's all them just adding shit on Photoshop and making it, adding in the shadows and all that shit to make it look like it's actually there. Like him sitting like on a table with like the Coke, and you got all the like the the trap style type of shit. Like all that shit's not originally there. Sometimes it's like pictures of them taking photos and they add a bunch of different shit. But like the way they do that shit, it's like fuck, it's crazy.
Like, yeah, you thought I was incriminating myself? Nope.
Yeah,
It
no,
was not really
this
here.
shit's all fake. I'm just here. The table's empty. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
No, I've seen like videos, just scrolling through IGs of like, oh, this picture looks real, right? Let me show you the process, and it's literally just all made up. That person's not even there, bro.
Yeah.
So just the whole process of thing just really trips me out because it's like people really spend hours on this shit.
Hours, bro. Like, but some people do that shit quick, like fucking 30 minutes. But I mean, they've been doing it for forever, or they went to school for that shit. Like, I'm down to go to school for it though. I'm like, fuck, if I can learn how to do some like 4D, 3D shit, hell yeah. But I mean, you can also learn it off of YouTube.
I was about to say, do you think like this lane, someone has to go to school or go to college to go ahead and learn this type of take a
Nah.
college course or something, or you think
Nah.
you could really be self-taught, like go on, like you said, YouTube Academy? You know? What I mean?
Yeah. No, you could, fuck. I know so many people self-taught. There's another guy on Thizzler, all self-taught. He's been doing it 10 plus years. And, he's fucking killing it. He's in the game fucking murking shit. So, I mean, it's all just pretty much learning. It's a learning curve, all what you do. I think a lot of cover artists are like that. Not everybody goes to school for that shit. Like, they're just learning it or just doing what they know, just being artistic and, being creative at the same time. So,
That's so true. I think that started with the phone. Because I remember, back on MySpace days when you was on the computer,
yeah.
MySpace low-key started teaching you how to
dude,
hack.
you feel
Started
me?
teaching you how to
Now,
hack a little
everybody was
bit.
trying to make their back walls tight,
Bro, my
right
shit was
song. You feel me? Dude, I miss those days.
Oh, man. But, like, yeah, like...
Got a whole ass playlist.
Yeah, whole ass
Straight up,
playlist.
bro.
Cool pictures that you got from Photo Bucket.
Yeah.
Or
It's
whatever.
like, how'd you delete your top 8? It's like,
Yeah, shit.
Top 8 changing, man.
Shout out LimeWire and shit, dude. All the fucking.
LimeWire.
I was getting all this shit. I
Damn,
remember
man,
still.
LimeWire.
Even in high school, dude, I was using that shit to like. I had all the songs off my fucking. Using like iTunes and transferred all the LimeWire songs to
YouTube
iTunes.
to
and had-
MP3.
Yeah, YouTube to MP3.
Hey, shout out Kenny, man. He was the fucking slap god
fuck,
there, man.
Kenny,
fucking
bro.
getting slaps for everyone's iPhone.
I gave him my iPod. It was like one of those fat ass iPods that had like 160 gigs. I just gave him like a
with
fat
the silverback? The silverback?
Yeah, the silverback,
Yeah.
the silverback Gorilla iPod.
And you'd add all your music to it. huh?
Yeah, I gave him like a whole ass list. He would like
Dude, yeah.
put hella shit on there. He put some shit that he thought I would like, and yeah, that shit was
That's some
hard.
fun motherfucker right there. Him
Shout
and-
out Kenny, though. Amount of
Yeah.
viruses you
Yeah.
must have gotten on your
Yeah.
computer,
Oh, yeah,
man.
Shout out
for sure.
Kenny, man.
Viruses.
I mean, not all heroes wear capes. You know what I mean?
The
One
Mario,
time,
too.
one time he threw a porno and a cartel video on my iPod. I'm like,
As a
bruh.
Like,
bonus
give you the
gift?
best of both worlds.
As a
you know?
bonus
Yeah.
gift? You get a little bonus?
Yeah.
I was
Someone
like-
getting their head chopped off and you got somebody getting their head
Hey,
smacked.
bro, like that was his lane. His lane was downloading your music.
I had a
illegally.
class with him and he would be showing me all this like cartel shit. I'm like, bro, that shit's nasty. Like, what the fuck? He said, nah, bro, wait, just wait.
Nah,
Watch,
just wait,
watch.
definitely.
He's like, watch. You think this bitch is not gonna die? Wait till they chop her head off. and
Bro,
shit.
Dude,
neck is ready to-
Rotten.com, bro.
And then it go to like booty slaps and shit like that. Like, and I'm like, all right, now you changing
Hella
the vibe,
random.
okay? Yeah, hella random dude.
I remember going bloodshow.com just straight beheadings, bro. And I was like, I hate watching this, but you can't stop watching it. It's like watching Saw, bro. You know it's
That was-
fucked up.
That was prime internet,
Yeah,
right?
because
Yeah.
that's like you wanted to believe it.
E-bombs
You're-
world type
Dude.
shit.
Yeah, like you want to believe it, so it's like you're kind of forcing yourself to watch it, and then
That
once
shit's
you watch
sick.
it, you're like, all right, this shit's real. Or, you know, that's crazy, man. But
Any favorite cover arts that's not your own that you just generally like? Like,
Yeah, hell yeah. There's a bunch. Shit. A lot of the Kendrick Kendrick covers. I think his
Good Kid, Mad City one, or
yeah.
the How to Pimp
I like the Good Kid, Mad City one because it's it's simple.
Family.
It's a Polaroid. You got the old school van right there with a little bit of writing and the parental. That shit's classic. That's classic.
I really like
Section 80 was good.
Section 80, that was another good one. And I got a lot of people tell me they want that type of cover. Like, I just try to
Section
do
80?
one. Yeah. I try to do, working on a little album right now for actually EBK J-Bo. And it's kind of has that same type of vibe to it. And I was kind of going for that whole Section 80. But I think adding it compared to, because that was just a photo. Like, all that shit was actually there, but they took a photo of it. And so, like, when people actually want that shit and I'm adding it to it, like in Photoshop, sometimes it looks like a little fake. So, I mean, getting that realism to it, I feel like, which was, so real because it's an actual photo, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, covers even like that, or you got covers like, niggas in Paris and shit. Like, dude, R.I.P. Virgil, because
R.I.P. Virgil, man. Fuck.
We over here talking about art, man.
Bro,
R.I.P. Virgil.
I didn't even know he did all them fucking cover arts. Like, I think Complex posted it, and like they're showing all the cover arts or whatever he was involved in. I'm like, damn, like. I remember all the backlash he got for the Pop Smoke cover. Yeah. And they were like, oh, who did this shit? Like, bro, you using old school Photoshop and shit? But he actually did some iconic shit. He did the Kanye West where it's just the CD tape and the red label. Fucking hella other shit. I seen a bunch of shit, but he did like Niggas in Paris and a bunch of different type of shit.
Yeah, I think they just had his last Louis Vuitton show today, if I'm not mistaken. So.
Yeah, Kid Cudi, he was at his first fashion show and he did his last one. He was also there.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, man, dude, I didn't even know he had cancer. That's just crazy.
Rest in peace. But I mean,
because
for him to keep it to himself, I respect that. You know what I mean? Like, I guess he didn't want no sympathy.
Not share that to the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, rest in peace, Dolph.
Yeah,
that's another one. He has fire covers, bro. Dolph's the shit.
Dolph do have covers, yeah.
But I mean, fuck, everybody got covers, bro. Gucci Man got some fire ones. J. Cole has some inspiring ones. His just recent one where they took the picture of the basketball court, the basketball hoop on fire with just him. That shit's iconic. Like something simple. I love simplicity covers, even though I do crazy covers with like a bunch of shit on it. I think the simplicity and simple covers are like my favorite because it's not a lot goes into it, but it's just the aesthetic to it, which is cool. I feel like I fuck with that shit.
I think they're more appreciative just because, like, I think nowadays, like, people are just going for this type of style.
Yeah,
like, you scroll through a bunch of these, like, oh, wait, that one kind of caught me off guard. Like, for example, like, when they did the Fire Festival type of thing. It was like, people just scrolling. It was like, oh, this is just a orange fucking box. Like, what is this? What is this? And it stop you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, I mean, hey.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm trying to look through my albums or just album covers now and just really try to think about it.
Yeah,
there's this really good one from Marlon Craft. He it's called Home Court Advantage. It was like a old school basketball magazine. I think it was like Allen Iverson, and he kind of just took that theme and like kind of replaced AI with himself.
Okay.
And then like when he was promoting the album with the rollout, you know how he has AI has that. Oh, we talking about practice. We talking about practice. His was like, oh, we talking about rapping. We talking about rapping. So I think that's kind of cool how like some artists can like be creative and kind of have like
shit. Believe it or not, like. I was first inspired by like I only listened to metal music for the longest. I'm black, bro. Like I would only listen to metal music for the longest time,
with some
bro.
Heavy metal.
And like not until like I would say like middle school was when I started really getting into like rap music because I was listening it while I was skating and shit on my like skateboard and shit.
Oh, okay.
But like I'd be skating and shit, so like I was really influenced by like my Aunt Rachel and shit and her boyfriend. They used to always take me like, cause back in the day in Monterey actually had a really big metal scene. Like back when like MTV was playing like Slipknot and shit faithfully on the fucking, on like the MTV like jams and all that type of shit. And I look back and I'm like, dude, I used to fuck with their covers. I mean, their covers are pretty gnarly. It's like fucking goats and shit and all that type of shit. But I mean, I fucked with all that shit. It's like the craziness to it. Like, even if I look back to it, I'm like, dude, their metal type of covers are crazy. They're dope at the same time. Like,
do you get a lot of people hitting you up for like metal type of covers?
No. and I'm like,
And I feel like I would be the right one. Like, it would be me.
Dude, I fuck with it. Like the whole new rap metal style too, which is like City Morgue and fucking XX Tentacion and all that type of shit.
Like, it's bringing that vibe.
That
into
vibe,
it.
like I fuck with that shit. I think it's because like. I
RP.
think like it was a type of thing like new metal. I fucked with the new metal, but not a lot of people like the new metal. Like that shit looks like it's frowned upon nowadays.
Yeah.
Like if you look at it like Korn and Slipknot and all that to like Mudvayne. You guys probably don't know who the fuck I'm talking about.
I know Korn and Slipknot,
Yeah, Korn and
but this is
Slipknot,
way
like,
back. You know,
those are like iconic people, right?
Yeah.
But
Mudvayne, I've never heard
fucked
of.
with those type of, like I used to listen to all that type of music and like I'm watching like YouTube videos and shit of people like, oh dude, this whole genre fucking sucked. It makes me think back. I'm like, well, if you look at it, like that's always a thing in music, because okay, that era of like metal and shit. If you think about it, that's the same thing as the hip hop era of Lil Pump when Lil Pump was coming out and Lil Yachty, and look where it is now. People are not
It's
fucking
taken
with it
over.
as much because it was such a need at the time. Everybody was doing it. Everybody was doing all these metal. So all these new bands like Korn and Slipknot were coming out. It was like that whole wave. And then you skip to 2017, 2016. You have Little Pumps. How many Littles you see in people rap names now? You got this whole wave of people. Little Pumps, Little something,
Lil Xan,
all this whole wave. And I feel like that shit kind of died out. Like, especially after the whole Lil Peep shit, people just started tapping in. Like, oh well, you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to be called
Popping
Lil no
pills
more.
and all this shit. Like,
It went from young to little. What's gonna be next?
To baby.
Like, short.
There's
to-
baby.
going
There's
back to
already
short.
baby.
Oh,
There's
it is
already
baby.
babies.
Oh, it is
There's
baby.
There's already
hella babies.
There are already babies.
now it's like abbreviations like fucking like
Fetuses.
TDEs and like TRs and like
Yo,
all
what
those
up,
type
what
of
up,
shit
what up,
before
what up, what up, what
before
up?
the names and shit.
It's Fetus Frank.
Yeah,
1, 2, Fetus Frank. Fetus Frank.
a lot of crazy names, but yeah, dude, it's a whole genre. I feel like that whole genre mixes in with that. It's crazy though. But I fucked with it. I fucked with that whole like City Morgue and like that rage music because that's the shit I used to listen to. And like
Maybe because like we looking through your page, we're getting a lot of like rap type of thing. Maybe you just need to put something out there and be
You
like, yo,
know,
I can do this too. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
try, like I want to
Yeah.
do more shit where I'm just like it's like concept covers, but I'm like, dude, then again, I'm like, I don't ever have time.
that's
like,
true. You do this full time now? Is this what you
damn
do?
near right now until I go back to
That's
work.
good.
But I mean, because I do drywall too, so
Oh, okay.
once I go back to work, then I mean it's gonna be like part and part. But this makes good amount of money now. You know what I'm saying? I make a good amount of money to pay bills and shit. I'm not like broke, and it's making me money. But at the same time, it's not making my fucking
That
construction
money,
money. And shit,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But I mean, if I could, like, that's why I wanted to get into music videos, all that shit, because like I love the entrepreneur life. I mean, it's hard, but it's fun at the same time because it's something I love to do.
Yeah.
That's why I also do the skateboard competitions and all that with my boy Sean. Like, we want to take that to the
Salute
next
to
level
Sean.
and do that other shit. Like, I want to just do what I want to do and be my own boss. Because I mean, dude, like, construction and doing drywall and all that, it's like, it's a good job. It's good fucking, financially and, benefits and all that shit. But that's not where my heart's at. You know what I'm saying? This type of shit where my heart's at. And I just got to be more on it. Find different ways. If I can find other avenues to hop into that's in that same type of realm, that artistic level and, skateboard level, then I feel like I'll be cool if I have different avenues of income.
Shit, what's up? Bro, you're just barely starting, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we can only imagine, man, what it's going to be like. You know what I mean,
Yeah,
just
that's why
a year
it's all
or two.
about consistency.
You know what I mean?
Consistency too.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to stay consistent, trying to always post, trying to always come out with new covers because I'm just trying to stay relevant. Because once you stop, you won't become relevant. The next person's up. So I'm just trying to keep working my way up the ladder. Pretty much, it's like a pyramid scheme.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Keep grinding. Keep
Yeah.
grinding, man. Any last questions, guys? I know we're kind of like ticking down on our last minutes. Shit.
I gotta go bathroom real bad, so I'm gonna just ask. I'm gonna just ask this, and I'm gonna leave. But I'm gonna let
Okay.
you answer. Any influences that you have, that people that inspire you want to go ahead and make this type of art?
Yeah, for sure. Shit, I get a lot of inspiration even from the local guys around here because seeing just other local talent doing the type of shit I'm doing, and they've been doing it for even longer than I have been doing it. So like seeing them still in the game, still doing it. And even guys like Macavision, he does photography now, and he used to be doing cover arts, and I didn't even know that. He showed me a bunch of shit like, yeah, I used to do the cover arts and shit, and now he's just strictly photography. But he was giving me shout outs and complimenting my work, and just seeing another guy that was hella good at it. And he was saying like, oh, you got it. You just keep doing you. You know what I'm saying? I like your artwork and stuff. That's just inspiration itself. And then of course there's the big time people. There's so many to count, but just I go on Cover Art Matters, and I'm just looking at all those different types of people, and I see all these different artists, and I give them the follows and just get inspiration from their work, because I try not to copy anybody and try to do my own style, but at the same time I like to get that inspiration and see like the different types of like artwork that you can do and the other types of things you can do.
I mean, that's how it works. I mean, you get inspired by something, by someone, and you kind of like not like legit copy them, but you take a little bit of this, a little bit of there, and you make it your own. But that's art in general. That's coming from music. That's coming from a way a dude play basketball. Exactly. Some other dude will like try to emulate him. Like, I'm trying to play like Kobe, or I'm trying to play more like AI or whoever. You know what I mean? So, it's all inspiration. It's all art all around. So, honestly, I consider you as an artist, because what you do here is art. I consider you as an artist, man.
I know, dude. For the longest time, I don't even say I was an artist, but I mean, this shit
legit
is art.
No, you're an artist, bro.
This shit is art, and like I'm looking at it like, damn, like like, I mean, I might not can't draw the best, but shit, I could put some shit together. Like, I guess, I mean, anything is art nowadays, so. This shit is art. I'm a fucking artist.
Yeah, say that shit.
Artist,
it's like that shit. Yeah. Hey, when people try
shit, we're gonna do an art show. That's gonna be next right there.
When people try to call you a cartoon drawer or whatever, nah, I'm a fucking artist, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm an artist.
Graphic designer. I'm in that shit now. I'm in that lane.
Yeah. Definitely, man.
Feels cool.
Hell yeah. Let the people know where you could, where they could find you at, where they could book you, all that good shit.
Well, you guys can check me out on Instagram, Art by AJ. Art, AYEJAY. You guys can find me on there. That's pretty much the only page I got. I don't got any Facebooks or Twitter yet. I'm a bit to be making a website. You guys can check out my website, and I'm also going to be tapping into the merch realm. You guys can catch some merch that I'm going to be doing. And pretty much just hit me up on there. If you guys ever need cover arts, just give me a DM. I get back to you guys same day. Within even minutes, I'll get back to you. So if you guys ever have any questions, I try to make it fast and try to get this point straight across. So hit me up if you guys ever have if you need flyer work. I mean, I try to do a little bit of logo, a little bit of designs. It just depends on if I could do it, but you can definitely count on me for cover art. Any type of designs you need, just hit me up. You guys can find me on there.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. I appreciate you sliding through all the way from Los Baños.
Yeah, you feel me?
We had a little drive.
I appreciate you guys. Hell yeah. What you guys are doing here is crazy too. I've been seeing you guys since you guys are startup too. You guys have been doing the damn thing. I fuck with any podcast, man. Especially anybody that wants me on. I fuck with you guys.
Hell yeah, man.
You guys are A1.
Hell yeah. We encourage everybody else to make a podcast if they want to too. You know what I mean? The more voices out, the more platforms. You know what I mean?
I say, if you need a spot, we got you right over here.
Yeah.
Write it out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, with that, slide through, y'all.
Slide through.
Hell yeah.
Shit.
Hey, Kat, can you tell the people where they can get their Slide Through podcast merch?
Absolutely. So y'all gonna go over to the Slide Through podcast IG, click on that conglomerate by the sea.com link. Go on to the left side, that sandwich bar, click on that. Click on the Slide Through podcast clothing. Then you're gonna scroll down to that image where you see the Slide Through podcast crew neck. Click on that, and there you go. You see the sizes small through 2X. Thank y'all for the support.